Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays XCOM 2 Long War 2. Early access generously provided for by 2K, although we are well into the production, version 1.0 Steam release of Long War 2. Thank you to them for giving me a little bit of a leg up on the Advent competition here. And then, of course, sponsored by Humble, you can pick up XCOM 2 in the Humble Monthly Bundle. You get instant access to XCOM 2. Well, not instant. Nothing's truly instant if you want to get, very finicky about it. It's not like they're sending it to you on a beam of light, but probably the closest thing that they can muster to a beam of light. It's $12 instead of $60. You get other games in the bundle as well. 5% goes to charity. Check it out. Rescue Resistance contacts free captured rebels. We might as well try. We do have squad members that are back now, but probably in this episode, link for that is in the video description below, by the way. Probably in this episode, we're gonna end up sending a, oh, it just happens immediately? No, mission expiration 4 days, 17 hours. Very light. And we have Michael A.L. Fox, who is the master. Sinvicta. I don't think we need a specialist on this mission, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, if we have another shinobi, that might be a good call. I've heard people talk about doing missions, like, extremely stealthily, and then we have Sinvicta as, like, a backup. But, like, really only taking as many units as they need, and then, getting away with it, basically. So we'll send Austin on this as well. I don't think we can send another unit. No, it's going to be too much, so get out of here, Dan. We're going to try to send the Dream Stealth Squad here on this infiltration. Whether or not this works, I don't know. 4 units makes for a small mission, without a doubt. But if it's very light, maybe we'll be fine on that regardless, or maybe we'll lose everybody. We're gonna go back and search for some rookies here. But yeah, in the last episode, the mission went okay. I'd be inclined to give myself a mild passing grade. I'd give myself like a 55. I know the passing grades are different depending on where you live, but I'd give myself a 55 on that one, out of 100. I don't think we have enough soldiers to send on this mission. We only have 1 day anyway, so really we could send like a rookie out. No, we can't even send a rookie out. So this mission will just be abandoned. I got a little out of position. Our pod popping didn't go great to start with. Like, it went pretty poorly, unfortunately. We got some rookies here, which actually we should do. We should come back and go... How do we do this? Escape. Come back and train them at the Guerrilla Tactics School. So we, unfortunately, that's in our armory, actually. We lost Kate, I believe for good, which means that she... Yeah, Dan, quit showing off, buddy. I believe means, we would like to get maybe another ranger. And then... Why don't we get... I did not mean to buy that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's officer training. We could make Dan... Absolutely, Dan. Become our officer, please. We want him to be a leader or a commander. Spend an action point to pinpoint and target and grant your squad cumulative aim bonuses and 1 armor piercing on attacks against the target, or spend an action to give all allies within command range +3 mobility for the remainder of the turn, usable once per mission, whereas focus fire is usable... Give it a sec. The rest of the turn. Usable... No? Okay, let's just get focus fire, dude. Alright, so Dan's doing focus fire training right now. I don't know if this is gonna ruin him. I clicked on the button largely by accident, but let's see how it goes. Regardless, I actually think that we're gonna have that 4 unit mission before we have our like 10 unit mission up here, because that's the infiltration on that one is just longer. Training complete. That's fine. He looks like a hacker, dude. You can tell. We can have somebody else go to the Guerrilla Tactics School, but first... Oh, incoming resistance. This is our month now. How did we do? You've made considerable progress. Recruit new staff at the black market. Monthly supply income higher. No alien activity? We completed 5 guerrilla ops? This is pretty good, I thought. We only have 6 supplies, though. So we got less than we were expecting to get, because some of it got siphoned off, I suppose. Alright, so let's do this. Launch mission. This is our very, very light resistance. To be honest with you, I'm slightly frightened about this. I've never done, or at least not since, that's not true. I was going to say I haven't done a 4 unit mission, but we just did one 2 episodes ago with Josh, Dan, female Mathis, and shitty Mouth. Not real Mouth. He's a good dude, and he's probably like our MVP of the squad so far. But no, I mean with you know, our fake Shinobi who kind of sucked. So what am I gonna try here? I'm actually going to try to be a little stealthy. I've gotten anecdotal reports from people on Twitter. People saying to me, hey, NL, I've managed to do a mission popping 1 or even 0 pods. And getting prisoners out of the prison and then into the Sky Ranger. I don't expect us to get out of this without popping a pod. That's why we have Sinvicta. But we have 2 Shinobis just in case. You know, if we pop a pod, we got a lot of kill securing here. Even Austin is kill securing because he is our he's a specialist with combat protocol. So it's gonna be a long trip here. But actually, the jail cell almost faces the outside. Seems like kind of a long trip. Like we're gonna get the prisoners quickly. Quickly-ish. No, they're not that far away. It's probably like 2 moves from the exit. So let's start by being smart. Edith Richard.
Moving on target location.
See if we can get some vision with the blue move. If not, then we're going to make yellow moves. And I actually feel like we want to make yellow moves around the building as opposed to through it. So we'll move over here.
Heading out.
Okay, so we have our first pod that actually has Vipers in it. This is the first time we've encountered them over the course of these episodes, which is frightening to me. But again, all the more reason to just stay as far back as is conceivable. So move 1. We're gonna move laterally. I have to admit, it seems like they're making it sort of tough for us to get to where we need to go without, you know, putting ourselves in a bit of a weird spot here. So I'll tell you what, Mouth, you go up here. Maybe they'll turn and we'll be able to handle things more stealthily here. I'm not necessarily confident in this, but we might as well at least give it a try.
I'm all over it.
Like, I don't think it's the right thing to do to pop them. I think if instead we can just wait for them to go by, or maybe they'll move closer to us here and put us in a better situation, that could be good. I don't know if they're going to see us on this move. If they don't, we might actually be able to sneak by them as long as they don't turn around. Oh, there's also stun lancers, I just noticed. Those are not the normal advent forces we'd encounter right now. Or that we've been encountering, I should say. So it really feels like these guys are going to come back in this direction this time. I don't know. I feel like it's a little dicey. What we're doing here is a little dicey. Should we just go on them? You think? I think we should probably just go on them. What did Sinvicta? We just got explosives can destroy many cover objects. The problem is, like, Sinvicta's pretty unlikely to get, well, like, extremely unlikely to get a kill here. But then we'd have 2 flashes, and then we'd have Austin's combat protocol to finish the job. So I do think start by moving Sinvicta, like, a little closer, just so that we're closer with him to the eventual operation, you know, the objective, that what we want to get is the prisoners. So we're just going to move him slightly in that range. We're not going to do any ambush here, because all of our other units have better moves that could be more important for us. So, unfortunately, no kills, but some weakening is important. Let's see what these guys choose to do here. Oh, so they bolted. Austin's got a 72% chance of a flank. So what I'm thinking here is you go for the flash and just try to get the what seems like a nearly guaranteed kill. So we send Malf in here to duel his opponent. Hostile neutralized. He did it despite doing nothing in the process. So thank you for that. Honestly, Austin is more suited for using combat protocol to kill that guy. And then we have the flash available here with a 91% chance to kill, assuming it doesn't graze. And I think that's the right place to stand. Dude, you do not want to be standing there. Your turtleneck's gonna get ruined. 4 damage. I mean, this sucks. But what do you do with Austin? You have to take the kill secure. I don't think you take a 72% chance of the kill secure either. So probably our Shinobi is going to be like mad flanked here, but that's life. We could take our 80% chance and save a combat protocol usage, but I think that's a 1 in 20 chance that we don't want to even have to deal with. So let's send this through here. We'll have 1 stun lancer. We'll see what he chooses to do. He could cause us some problems. I wouldn't dispute it. But hey, we picked up a piece of loot in the process. And we didn't slow ourselves down too much, so I'm not super concerned about this right now. I think we handled that with aggression in a way that is positive, and it's very unfortunate that a stun lancer is going to live here. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he hunkers, which would be a terrible decision that I would love to see. No, they're going to move because they can move 1,000 steps. He missed! Alright, so what's the play now? We can't really afford, as we've learned, we can't really afford to take turns off. So I think we move forward in such a way that we'll have flanking shots, but still be moving forward. And before we take that shot, and even Malf's got a shot here. Just want to get a little closer out here. The idea is, you know, we want to continue moving on every single turn. So let's see if we pop somebody first. Pop a pod, that is. We didn't. Okay, so that's probably as far as we're going to move in that direction. Honestly, I think we should give Edith the chance to get the kill because she's a little under-leveled. And Austin's doing fine. Austin is great for kill secure as well, so let's have her do this. Oh, no, the kill secure is on cooldown. She only got a grazing, but that's okay. And with Sinvicta, we can get that loot, actually. So let's have Austin pop up. If you pop a pod here, you're disowned. You're out of the squad. I thought he did for a second because the camera moved. Alright, so Sinvicta's gonna grab this loot. Sinvicta's like, well, and Austin, but Sinvicta's like the granddad of this operation. You know, he's just along for the ride to make sure all the kids don't get into too much trouble. And if they do, well, he's got a coconut gun that shoots in spurts. If it hits, it's gonna hurt. Is there a way through there? I'm not sure. Either way, I think we're doing just fine. Just go on Overwatch for now. So much for stealth, but at the same time, one beautiful dice roll seems to have kept us from oblivion here. Or at least from a worse situation than we would have otherwise expected. So we're sending Malf out. Good, very stealthy. And we don't see... any pods here. I'm gonna take a risk with Sinvicta. Gonna have him make a yellow move. Just because I want to, I want to move fast. Even faster than we're moving right now. And I'm worried about moving with Austin this far up because I think we might have a chance to see a pod inside. But I'm gonna rebuke my own advice and take Malf further forward. And if he made it to there... No, be smart, be smart. Throw in one Overwatch at least. We got 8 turns still. I would like more turns, but we have 8 turns. Are you telling me Edith can't even get up to the door? Like... Okay, well, if we're going to be taking our time here, we might as well have Sinvicta take this spot. And then open the door. We don't see anybody. Doesn't mean nobody's there. But it probably means nobody's there. So Malf Dude, Malf can start opening doors this turn, but I don't think that's what we want. I'm worried that she's going to see someone through this window. Or they're going to see her, rather. No such luck, though. So you know what? Take this turn. I know it seems like this is just needlessly slowing us down. I just heard glass break somewhere, so we could have had enemies. But I know that seemed like a needless use of our time, but I do not think that was the case at all. I think that that was, you know, very important, what we did there. And Malf, my buddy, why don't you come forward this way? If we see a pod, we can always swerve and go for the flash kill instead.
Attempting a breach.
Malf's probably not the right guy to do this, but let's get these prisoners moving. You know what? Let's take the one in 14 chance, or 1 in 15 chance for Malf to actually be good at hacking. He wouldn't have gotten the Resistance broadcast either, but he got my hopes up for a second there, I gotta admit. Alright, so that's 2 saved. We need to move Sinvicta. Oh, we have access to all 3 now. Do we? Osvaldo, Letitia, Gracella. Okay, yeah, we do. Okay, well, we should start to plan our escape. We're probably just gonna come out this door and run to that area over there. So I'm gonna use our Resistance members here as bait. We don't get any extra vision here, so I feel like we're safe to take Edith up here. Safe. Oh, we should have moved Sinvicta before we moved Austin, but whatever. I think that might be the end of the mission. 3 units? And Dan in officer training to become our commanding officer, as much as that may scare me. That's alright. We can fill time by doing some off-camera stuff. Not off-camera stuff, sorry. Like some non-mission stuff. If necessary. Because God knows, our strategy layer is a mess right now. Our tactics layer is going okay, I think. But our strategy layer, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so there's our pods. I wanted to pop it with a, with this guy, so that we have all of our other units base. I was so naive. I thought that we had the dream situation. I was incorrect. Well, Sinvicta has to launch a grenade. The only question is where he does it to maximize, like, goodness. These things might explode. Why are you flanked? Oh, you're flanked by the robot? I could care less. Do we want him to hit here? Like, what is that? No, okay, I see what that is. Or do we want him to hit here? I think here is kind of better for us. Let's have him come out here. This is going to be a problem. I hate that these 2 pods are stacked up right here. Probably don't want to blow up our civilian, huh? Well, we know that Flash is plausible to kill that guy, and probably that guy. So why don't we throw a grenade right here, and we might be lucky enough to get 2 kills and a little bit of cover destroyed. And then we can flash ourselves into a position that doesn't leave us too flanked, and maybe Austin can throw a flashbang. Alright, so there's 1 kill. Like, Austin can throw a flashbang, try to hack a drone, which will make a juicy target. Malf is on, you know, kill duty here. Like, this guy right here, but you want to stand right there. 87%. This would be a great time to not let me down, Malf. This is a big one. We can get a kill secure there. I was just going to say he can't be stopped, but I regret that immediately. All right. Edith? You're not going to love what I'm going to tell you here, but it is your goddamn sovereign duty to come out here and take a bullet for Malf. As ridiculous as it might seem, this will probably be the end of your life. But if you land the shot, that's the only thing that matters. Chopped him up. 4 damage. Osvaldo's not going to do too much. So we've only got Austin left here. And honestly, Austin's most obvious job here is to use... First off, maybe, like, move up to here. The drone is going to shoot at us. Like, both drones are going to live. Unless we throw a flash. But the flash is not that good. So, he is just going to use the combat protocol to guarantee the kill on this guy. And we'll only have 3 units shooting at us, 2 of which are kind of going to suck. Maybe we will be given mercy and they will shoot at our resistance contacts. Sucks for them, but you know, that's life, dude. Just hunker. Oh, close the door. That's the ticket. All right, so we know the officer is probably going to take a shot at our other shinobi. See, the drones kind of suck, so I'm not sweating the drones being alive. Case in point. So unless the officer gets a kill this turn, we're like on the shinobi, we're probably gonna live. And they actually took a shot at Austin, or they moved and then marked on Austin, which means they're actually not gonna take a shot at all. There's reinforcements coming this turn, so we have to get the kill right now, basically. So what do? Isn't it obvious? Malf comes in, KOs the shit out of this guy. He grazed him. At least he did damage. I'm not too bummed. Because you know what the secret is you, Austin can always go for a hack. So this is where Sinvicta's actually going to take, like, a genuine shot. Where is Sinvicta? There he is. But he's not going to be able to kill the officer. Sinvicta's shot is definitely best served at this combat. Or this combat drone. Because we can just move past the other one. Yeah, so Sinvicta, come out here. You got a good shot, I assume. 76, 35, 76. Good enough. Alright, so what this means is that you should be able to dash out here. And you got a 91% chance to murder this guy. That's how it's done, Malf. I smell a budding romance. This can be Maya.
No longer a threat.
Malf's significant other. Absolutely, like I want to go for the hack this turn. We might just go for a stun, because really we just need to escape. So, let's see what we got here. Seize control. We could use this guy to basically funnel shots. So if enemies land, we could send this drone in there, like do an attack, leave it outside of cover because it can't take cover anyway, and hopefully it'll draw shots from the enemies. So, but I mean the 4 out of 5 chance for a stun is probably better. Yeah, let's take the nearly guaranteed stun, as much as I hate to admit it. We definitely would have qualified. That's like a 90th percentile hack. But the smart play is to just disable it, as much as it pains me to be a baby back bitch. You know, we gotta make our plays like that when we see them. So we're moving out here. I think we don't need to fight any more enemies. I think we'll just be able to escape on the next turn, honestly. And we're gonna escape with nobody probably having been wounded. We did get shot at once, and that was on. Well, we got shot at twice, maybe 3 times. But they were 2 of them were drones, so I'm not sweating it. So they've landed very close to us. Apparently reinforcements don't give experience, so there's not necessarily a point to going through with this and trying to kill these guys. And for a pod of 4, I'm not as interested. Although literally 3 of them could be killed with a single grenade. So we're just going to escape, and hopefully these guys won't shoot at the Sky Ranger. So, successful mission. We saw Vipers for the first time, or whatever. I forget what they're called in this, but just get out of here. Don't quote me on that, by the way, about reinforcements not giving you resources or experience or loot. We made it out! Flawless? Flawless. Enemies killed 8 out of 16. Very stealthy. We got 3 civilians out of there. Sinvicta did the most damage. Mouth, I'm not gonna... We hit 100% of our shots. I guess we didn't take too many. But 4 damage per attack is very good. I'm liking that, like, if we want to stay nimble, double Shinobi meta is pretty good. The fact that if you pop a pod, you know, let's say you, like, launch a grenade, wound 3, then your 2 Shinobis get, like, 90% chance of getting the kill. Pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Promotions? 4 promotions. Alright, Austin. Interference. Gremlin cancels Overwatch on targeted unit. Used 3 times per battle. I'm assuming that's per mission. Covering fire. Overwatch shots can now be triggered by any enemy action, not just movement. I do like that. Revive protocol. Removes disoriented, stunned, panicked, or unconscious. Unconscious? We don't necessarily need interference because we have Mathis. But you can see times where we won't have Mathis, where this will work pretty well. Covering fire is okay, but you still have, like, not an amazing chance to hit regardless, although Austin's aim is pretty good. Revival protocol also seems good. Like, removing panic on our own unit seems much more valuable than removing Overwatch on another unit, but it also seems much less commonly used, because we're not gonna have that happen nearly as often. I'm gonna say go for interference, because I can see us having an opportunity to use that almost every mission. We already have a cutthroat, that's Mouth. Maybe we'll try Ghostwalker, and she can be like our stealthy Shinobi. Heavy Ordnance. Any damaging grenade in your grenade-only slot gains a bonus use. Absolutely. I don't even need to read the other ones. He becomes tankier, basically. Or non-damaging grenades gain a bonus use. No, Heavy Ordnance. Alright, so Sinvicta has now reached max level as far as I'm concerned, being able to throw more grenades. Alright. This soldier does not trigger Overwatcher reaction fire. Gain plus 10 aim and plus 10 defense when 7 or more tiles distant from any ally. So that's so good, because it means that Flash, instead of having a 89 or like 87 and 91% chance to hit, is going to have 97 to 101, which effectively means that, you know, if we gave him a scope, he can't miss. Every one of his attacks is going to hit. I think we have to go for that. The dodge seems very useful, which basically for me seems like if you miss a flash, this is your get out of jail free card. But I honestly think that, I mean, Shadow Step seems awesome as well. But we have 2 ways to clear Overwatches. So Lone Wolf seems awesome at basically giving us a 100% guaranteed kill that we can use every turn. So we got all of our VIPs back. Advanced Scope. Lyrium Core. I don't know if scopes actually count towards melee bonuses. You would assume that they would not. This mission went pretty well, though. Supply drop available. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this. I don't want to tempt fate too much here. New staff available. We only have 42 staff. We still don't have supplies to buy a scientist, so, like, we can buy a ranger, but a scientist is 149 supplies, which we probably should have done earlier, honestly. Because our next mission is going to pop very soon, I'm just going to call this one here and say thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And thank you to Humble for sponsoring these episodes. You can pick up XCOM 2 until February 3rd in the Humble Monthly Bundle. It's $12 US instead of $60. You can play Long War 2 immediately, or as close to immediately as modern, you know, telecommunications science will allow. Link for that is in the video description below. For now, thanks for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.